First Lady Melania Trump met with patients at a children's hospital in central Paris as she and her husband, President Donald Trump, arrived in France for Bastille Day. Melania wore a bright red suit jacket, a matching skirt and red heels as she arrived in the Enfants Malades wing at Necker Hospital in Paris. The visit to the hospital, where she met with young patients as well as staffers, was Melania's first public engagement during her and Trump's two-day visit to France. She was greeted at the entrance of the hospital by Martin Hirsch, the General Director of Assistance Publique Hôpitaux de Paris, who oversees Paris's 39 public teaching hospitals. Melania then shook hands with a group of hospital representatives, including Professor Pierre Carly, who is the head of emergency services in Paris. The First Lady listened to Hirsch as he told her about the hospital, which is decorated with brightly colored chairs and a space-themed play area for children. Melania then spent a little over 10 minutes meeting with 6 young patients gathered in a playroom at the hospital. Some of the children's parents were in the room as Melania and the children gathered around a table topped with building blocks, books and toys. "Hello. Bonjour. How are you?" Trump said as she entered the room. She then spoke to the children in French, one of the 5 languages she speaks. As reporters came into the room, Melania switched to English as an adult in the room translated for some of the French-speaking children. Sitting in an adult-sized chair at the table, Melania leafed through a coloring book for the classic French story The Little Prince, which Hirsch explained to her. "All of the children want to become the prince," he said at one point. "Of course," Trump said with a smile. Hirsch later presented her with a paperback copy of a French version of the book, titled Le Petit Prince. As he apologized that the book was in French, Melania told him that it would help her practice the language. Melania spoke to the children about Paris, which she called beautiful, and asked about the toys they were playing with. "I always say how important it is to have, teachers in children's lives," Melania told educators in the room. "It's the most important. They see them every day and spend so much time. It's very important in the child's life. Sometimes it's not easy, right? You're doing a great job." To Trump's right was Isidis Guillamarca, a 14-year-old in a wheelchair. After the meeting, Guillamarca spoke of the First Lady's beauty. A little after 10 a.m., about half an hour after arriving at the hospital, Melania thanked the children and told them to be well. "Thank you very much for having me," she said. "Stay strong." In the hospital's courtyard there is an installment titled The Tower, by American artist and social activist Keith Haring, who presented the gift to the facility in 1987. Melania split off from her husband shortly after Trump arrived in the French capital after an overnight flight on Air Force One from Washington. The Trumps will be formally welcomed to Paris by French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife, Brigitte, at Les Invalides, a military monument, on Thursday afternoon. During the visit, Trump will have a meeting with Macron.